Hi, I welcome you all for this episode of Market. Right at the outset, let me express my sincere regrets for having a break of almost more than 2 weeks. It was more due to my ill health rather than ill health of the market. I am purposely using the word ill health of the market because, as all of us have witnessed, that just prior to the presentation of a budget on 1st of February, the first five days prior to the presentation of a budget, our BSE Sensex has gone down by more than 2,300 points. And as if to recover the entire loss along with the interest, 5 days post budget, the BSE Sensex has gone up by 3,000 or almost 3,500 points. And now it is hovering around 51,000. Of course, it will take some time to settle over and above, because we have witnessed in case of 50,000 level, we have witnessed in the case of 49,000 level, we have witnessed it at the level of 48,000 points as well, that market does cross on a particular day, but it immediately starts booking a profit. So it is getting some time, or it needs some time to settle at that particular level, and probably it is going to happen with the level of 51,000 as well. One thing is very clear, that after the presentation of an economic survey and after the presentation of a budget, 2-3 things have emerged. That although on one hand, there are certain farmer laws related issues in our country, there are certain other social sensitivities which are also cropping up. But one thing is very certain, that as far as the economic activities are concerned, they are certainly picking up, whether it is at a local level or at a global level. We might not have become as a national economy a center of a global economy, but certainly we are not that far off as well. So on one hand, it is very clear that the way in which we have used the vaccination as a strategy, not only from the humanitarian angle, but also from political and a strategic angle, it may result in some sort of a commercial prudence as far as our economy is concerned. Because as we have supplied a vaccine free of cost to many states or the nations, many of them have started purchasing their second lot from us. And it would be certainly a fillip. We have witnessed it at the time of an outbreak of a Dombivli fever a few years back. Compared to a Dombivli fever, corona is a global phenomena as far as its spread and impact is concerned. So to that extent, a market of this particular product is going to levy. And once you penetrate a market, or once you are able to enter a market, it may not get restricted, or it may not remain restricted only to the corona related drugs. And if our experience of a drug industry or a pharmaceutical industry across the globe shows positive result, it would certainly have a positive impact across all other sectors, or at least many other sectors as well. Probably market has started discounting it. Point number one. Point number two, one signal which this particular budget has given very clearly is that government would not hesitate to close down that particular activity if it is not giving a desired economic result. Unless and until it is getting commingled with a social or a political interest, government has shown a courage that they are ready to come out of the sectors which they have already entered, but it has been found over a period of time that it is not relevant either to the strategy of having government presence in that sector, or it is not paving a good economic result. Whether it is related to the phasing out of the old vehicles, or it is phasing out of the companies, or the selling of those companies by way of a strategic sale which are not forming part and parcel of a core sector of industry. Once upon a time, banking was treated as a core sector industry. But this particular budget has said that government would be selling out, with the wording is selling out. Government would be selling out 2 public sector banks and 1 public sector general insurance company. Although they have not been specifically named over there, many people are anticipating that it may be IDBI Bank, it may be a Bank of Maharashtra, or it may be a General Insurance Corporation of India. Whatever may be the company, one thing is very clear, that it is giving one signal that this particular government, at least at this point of time, is ready to have a look at these particular sectors with an open eye and an open mind. And if we are really able to witness it in practice, not only in theory, not only in a verbose budget speech, but In reality, then probably it sounds and augurs well as far as the economic interests of our country or our nation is concerned. Because it may not get restricted only to the banking industry. It may not get restricted only to the financial services industry. It may not get restricted only to the insurance. Probably these kinds of a consolidation and resultant benefits thereof may be witnessed in the coming years as far as the various spectrums of our economy are concerned. And if that is going to be the signal as far as this particular budget is, probably market is discounting a future when it is hovering around 51,000. Certainly, it would not be only a one-way process. There will be many others in order to notice it. Because there is one thing is very sure, that when the government says that they have set a target of 1.75 lakh crores as a disinvestment target for the ensuing financial year, we have to keep a watch and we have to make use of it in a fantastic manner. It may provide us more than one way by which we may get benefit as an individual investor. One thing is very certain, that if government is really interested in meeting this target, I am using this word specifically, because although we have a history of more than 2 decades as far as the disinvestment targets are concerned, hardly 4 or 5 years are such where government was able to meet that particular target or meet or achieve that particular target. Even when 2020 was on one hand getting affected by a corona, the same 2020 at the same point of time had provided to be a most beneficial year as far as number of public issues and amount raised is concerned. But even when the sun was shining as far as the Indian primary market was concerned, barring the few exceptions like Mazgaon Dock, government was not able to come out of it. It is true not only for central government, but it is equally true for the state governments as well. And if we consider this, we need to understand that if government is really interested in meeting this target of 1.75 lakh crores, it will benefit the common individual investor like you and I in more than one way. It is not a coincidence that government announces it on 1st of February that this is the target, and then in the next 4 to 5 days, HPCL announces a fantastic result. If we are able to correlate, or if we are interested in correlating these 2-3 things, one thing is very certain, that before really going out for a strategic sale or a major disinvestment, government may ask these companies to shell out a good dividend. And if these really companies, financially and liquidity wise, profit wise and liquidity wise, these companies are able to give a good dividend, not only government may get a good dividend, and by that will be breaching a fiscal deficit target to a great extent, we individual shareholders may also get a good dividend. But it would be dependent not only on profitability of a company, but also on a liquidity. Because dividend on one way is a real outgo. It's not merely a book entry. And if that is going to be the case, I am prompted to raise this point because it may not be out of context to make a mention that government has said that while giving a pre-filled income tax return, not only my salary income or a TDS would be pre-filled, but equally my long-term capital gain tax in mutual fund as well as in equities and my dividend income would be also pre-filled. So if government is going to keep a watch on it, there is every likelihood that these companies which are on verge of getting some sort of a disinvestment target would be in a position or may be asked by the government to shell out a good dividend. It may be in the nature of an interim dividend. It may be in the nature of a special dividend. It may be in the nature of a final dividend, but we need to keep a watch. And it may not get restricted only to BHEL or a SAIL or oil companies, but it may be equally true across the things. And if that is going to be the case, these companies would be worth considering not only for receiving the dividend, but considering the cycle of a cum dividend and ex dividend, there is every likelihood that we may get some sort of opportunity for, if not for a day trading, at least for a position trading. So coupled with a dividend income, if we are able to add up this particular trading income, this single exercise of disinvestment may be giving us multiple opportunities at a multiple point of time in a coming year. So being an investor, we need to be on alert basis and we should be in a mentally, physically and financial position to encash such opportunities. From this particular angle, not only government would be able to add more than their tax revenues, we will be also able to add to our own annual income other than our salary or a business income. Under such circumstances, this particular situation or this particular period of time would be worth interesting to have a look at it. This investment may not be the only thing which we need to consider, but the field which are generally non-traditional as far as government revenues are concerned, whether it is related to space, whether it is related to food processing, whether it is related to education, probably such companies and such sectors may also be entering a market in one way or the other. They may be by way of equity, they may be by way of REIT, they may be by way of bonds. Considering these things, we need to have it, especially when government makes a mention of having a special development financial institution or a special financial inclusion board kind of a scenario. We need to watch, because these are not merely administrative announcements. If they really turn out to be an economic reality, under such circumstances, many more investment opportunities, many more trading opportunities would emerge, and they would be certainly different than the conventional magical investment instruments or financial products to which we are used to. Considering that in this past week only, the Supreme Court has announced, or SEBI has announced or directed Franklin Templeton Mutual Fund to disburse or to give back that 9,000 crores to those unit holders who were belonging to the 6 mutual fund schemes which were abruptly closed down. It is not merely a matter of discipline. It is equally a matter of an indication that government wishes to, or the regulators wishes to consider these kinds of closure of such disputed schemes. It may not get restricted only to the mutual funds. It may happen to the banks which are under scanner, whether those are cooperative banks or they are the private sector banks or a public sector bank. Under such circumstances, there may be some loss element as well, but to one extent or to in one sense, a financial liquidity available at the hands of an individual investor like you and I would be also on the rise. So that may be a proper time to have a look at a market movement or an investment field movement. And from that angle, I said right at the beginning of this particular episode of a market that at each and every point of time, when they are on threshold from 45,000 to 51,000, market is showing a tendency of crossing that particular level, coming down and then stabilizing at over there, because at each and every point of time, the profit booking is taking place. So the question is whether, as these particular strategies are being adopted by big and institutional investor, whether we individual investor would be in a position psychologically, financially and practically to do this. If we are, then we may be in a position to have this particular thing. And that's why the nomenclature of this program, market, when I am repeating the word market twice, probably it is just not only for sake of rhythm, but it is for sake of reminding us that we need to consider the various facets of market very minutely. And not only consider, but wherever possible, we need to act as well. And there is no specific need to say it separately that time is the essence of contract, and it is true for market wholeheartedly. So I wish you the best for the same. Thank you very much.